fuck a feeling, fuck a heart. I've been feeling like I need my prize. Bitch, I'm winning, ninth inning. Hit the ball out the park like Grand Slam. Hit Benny's, get Benny's, that's a grand plan. Sip Henny, get faded with the whole team. Nights going like it's snowing, make your nose bleed. Sightseeing, I need it, I dream it all the time, homie. Now I'm dreaming you alive, homie. Fight demons, I beat them, now I need to find Christ, homie. I've been searching for the light. Young guy on top since 9-7. Young lost in the cross like God sent it. Some lost, some win, some argue. Some boss, some trip, some guard you. I live, I love, I march through. Any problem that occurs, no harm do. Bet I pop up on a billboard. Bet I miss a couple shots, but I still scored. Yeah. I'm just tryna drive till the lights go out. Then I'm tryna drive till the sun come up. I'm just tryna drive. I'm just tryna drive till the sun come up, till I lose my high. Then I roll another blunt, get this bucket when I'm walking, tryna lose my mind. Fuck a thought, fuck a feeling, fuck a heart. I've been feeling like I need my prize. Bitch, I'm winning, ninth inning. I want it all, not the money, not the cars. Funny how it look when all that jewelry is gone. Coming out the book, from the struggle to a dawn. Finally got a reason to be doing what I want. Unlike most, I don't like jokes, I'm not playing. Sunlight close, my dome on coast. I'm gold on goat, your boat don't float. I'm so most dope, the locals hope that I'm just saying. What I gotta do to be put up in a stool with $1 million check to be wordplaying. What I gotta prove to be put up on a stage, not get caught up in the noose, what a chain said. Unlike you, I'm not you. And unlike them, I do me. Unlike God, I stay grounded. And unlike mom, I stay clean. I'm just tryna drive till the lights go out. Then I'm tryna drive till the sun come up. I'm just tryna drive. I'm just tryna drive till the sun come up, till I lose my high. Then I roll another blunt, get this bucket when I'm walking, tryna lose my mind. Fuck a thought, fuck a feeling, fuck a heart. I've been feeling like I need my prize. Bitch, I'm winning, ninth inning. I'm just tryna drive. I'm just tryna drive till the sun come up, till I lose my high. Then I roll another blunt, get this bucket when I'm walking, tryna lose my mind. Fuck a thought, fuck a feeling, fuck a heart. I've been feeling like I need my prize. Bitch, I'm winning, ninth inning.
C-R-E-A-M. Getting my money, I don't care about them. And you try to knock my shine, but the sun too bright. Telling me to stop, but I run that light. Records coming clean and the mix too nice. Smoking good weed till we get too high. Sipping on walk while we head to the top. I'll let you talk once, next time I'm at your spot. Acting like you sick, but we know you ain't about it. Air out the place, I don't care if it's crowded. Hanging with them lames, you gon' get it if you round it. Change for a little bit of change, man, I doubt it. Looking for my place and yeah, I finally found it. Do it for the town hall, all the homies down. Never switch up, yeah, this how it sound. Smoking on a pound, steady standing my ground, yeah.
I'm just tryna drive till the lights go out. Then I'm tryna drive till the sun come up.
That moment when you get your bag from Mickey D's and the smell of those delicious fries lets you know everything is straight. But there's a problem. You have a 10-minute drive home and taste buds that are fiending for a bite. So you tell yourself you'll only take a few. But by the time you look up, you realize it's another night where your fries never left the parking lot. Good thing you can order ahead on the Mickey D's app and get another. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Mobile order and pay at participating McDonald's. Download and registration required.
Making paper like Michael, I'm feeling like a boss. Never took a break, not Rachel and Ross. They been too biased, they can get crossed. 815, now it's time to get lost. Henny in your system, a system like Dennis. Yes, I found a lane like my last name Bennis. Going Bill 9, so they can deny. Yes, I've been cooking in the lab like a chemist. Hate it or love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah, a legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I don't care what you have to say, everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy.
Motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
The people that are in those training rooms with him know how good
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist, just based off his look.
They're edgy.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to GSR Gonzo Sports Room, Friday, September 24th, 2021. Hope everybody's having a great Friday. We got a big show today. Talk some NFL football going into NFL Sunday. Also got big UFC pay-per-view tomorrow night with Nick Diaz making his return after a 6-year hiatus. So, got a lot going on in the sports this weekend. You still got baseball. Baseball's getting to about the last week of the season. Still got a lot of playoff stuff that can happen, especially in the American League. National League looking like it's pretty much set since the Reds have imploded and the Cardinals went on a run. Also, you have college football. They have some tonight. Have college football all day tomorrow. NFL on Sunday. Also, you got the big UFC 266 tomorrow. Volkanovski and Ortega's the main event. That's for a title. Shevchenko fights for a title or defends her title. And then you have Nick Diaz versus Lawler. So you have 3 5-round fights on that card. It's a big card. We'll talk about that, break it down more, talk some NFL. Before we get into all that, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come hang with us on that. We're giving out winners for free. Also, follow us on social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. I post all of our daily picks there. Post any show announcement there. So make sure you follow us there so you don't miss anything. Also, you can find GSR Gonzo Sports Room live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's also on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Today we're a little later because some COVID stuff going on, so put us behind a little bit today, but we'll be back on normal schedule on Monday. But don't forget, tomorrow we will be live with a live watch-along and reaction to UFC 266. So make sure you come join us for that tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. But all right, let's jump right into some sports here. Something that I know I just saw, I don't know, a couple hours ago or whatever. Saw it reported by Zach Kiefer. Carson Wentz practicing today. Said, and according to Kiefer from his report, Wentz was moving well, looked good, and all signs are that Wentz is going to be a go Sunday for the Colts, which would be awesome because I don't know. I know it was only 2 throws, but Jacob Eason did not look great. Colts played the Titans this week, division game. We're 0-2. We need to get a win. I'm surprised that I didn't think there was any way Wentz was going to play the way the reports were yesterday and about how it was both of his ankles. But from all the reports saying that he looks good today, so as long as there ain't no setbacks, as long as he ain't real sore and shit after today's practice, I would say he's playing Sunday, which is great news for the Colts. Only thing that I question on that with him playing is how much is that? From all the reports saying that how much is or his ankles going to affect his movement, his play? Is he well enough that he can go out there and play productively, or is he going to be a hindrance because he can't move? I would say that the Colts aren't going to put him out there if he can't move, and if there's a chance he's going to get, they think there's a chance he's going to get hurt worse by coming back this soon. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for Sunday for some football. Hopefully the Colts. Hopefully Carson Wentz is healthy and can play. Other injury news: Christian McCaffrey is going to miss at least a few weeks with the hamstring injury he suffered last night in Carolina's win over the Texans. I think it was in the first half. I might have been first quarter. I think it was late in the second quarter, but I know it was. He had a nice run. Something happened to his hamstring. You can see him pull up and grab. Hopefully it's not too serious because, hey, Panthers are looking tough right now, especially the Carolina Panthers defense. Carolina's defense they look for real. I don't know about their offense 100% yet, especially with McCaffrey out. But Darnold's played decent so far. But that defense right now, is firing on all cylinders, and they look tough. They're making it tough for teams. Carolina Panthers so I know they ain't played a tough schedule yet, so we'll see how they fare up against some of the tougher other teams. But hey, their defense looks for real. Nagy, the coach of the Chicago Bears, Matt Nagy says that Dalton is starter when healthy. Well, here's what I don't understand. Why in the hell are the Bears so dead set on Dalton being the starter? To me, it can only be one thing, because to me, Nagy is coaching for his job, him and that GM Pace. So if he's pushing so much that Dalton is the starter when he's healthy, the only thing that tells me is that in practice, from what they're seeing from Fields in practice, they don't think Fields is ready. Because why else would you keep coming out and saying that Dalton is starter when healthy? Dalton has to be looking a lot better than Fields in practice, right? What would be the other reason? Is it just pride because they said, hey, Dalton's going to be the starter, and they're just wanting to stick with that because they told Dalton that when they brought him in he was going to be the starter? Or is it because, they see Fields every day, we don't. Fields has showed flashes of, that he could be good. I've had questions about Fields before he ever got drafted. A couple of the games last year, I didn't think he had great anticipation. I thought he waited a little late to throw the ball. He had to wait for people to come open. Where in the NFL, you got to throw people open. And I didn't see him do that in some of the games last year. But I think he has a lot of upside, and I think he could be a good quarterback in the NFL. But my thing is, are they rushing, or is the fans and everybody trying to rush him in? But if Nagy keeps saying Dalton is a starter when healthy, the only thing that tells me is that in practice, Fields is in practice. From what they see from Fields in practice, Nagy and the Bears don't think he's ready. They still think that Dalton is a better option than Fields. So that has to me, that says that they don't feel Fields is ready yet. And that's not a knock on Fields. I think sometimes it's better to sit out till a season, learn more. But I don't think that the Bears are sold on Fields as being the guy, or he'd already be in. And now that he is going to start this weekend, make his first start, the coach wouldn't still be up there talking about Dalton's going to be the starter. So that's something I wonder. How sold is Nagy and the Bears that Fields is their guy? Because to me, if they were sold that Fields was their guy, all this stuff that's going on right now about Dalton wouldn't be happening. Matt Nagy wouldn't be getting up there on a Friday when Dalton's not even playing this week. You're getting your rookie ready to make his first start in the NFL, and you got the head coach up during the press conference saying that Dalton is going to be the starter when healthy. don't make a lot of sense. So to me, I don't think the Bears are sold on Fields. I think the Bears and Nagy have questions on Fields, and they're not ready to fully commit to him yet. For one reason or other. Either it's how he's looking in practice, or it's picking up the playbook, or there's something going on there where the Bears are not comfortable naming Fields the starter. There has to be, because it don't make no sense, because Nagy and the GM have to be, I mean, they have to win this year or they're gone, right? I mean, they're competing for he's coaching for his job. I mean, I would think so. And the GM too. I would think if they don't have some success this year, that both of them are probably gone. That's what makes me think that for some reason, they think Dalton is their best chance to win. So I don't know if the Bears are sold on Fields. And another quarterback is in kind of the same situation that where I don't think a team is sold on him, and I think they've been letting it known, and that's the Miami Dolphins. I don't think the Miami Dolphins are sold on Tua. I think they realized they might have made a mistake by taking Tua over Herbert. Report coming out, the Dolphins owner really wants Deshaun Watson. And as hard as you've heard a lot of talk about the Dolphins owner wanting Deshaun Watson and Watson going to the Dolphins. That tells me they're not sold on Tua. I know Tua's hurt. He's not playing this week. He could miss a few weeks. I think some ribs. Got Jacoby Brissett's going to start. I hope Brissett has some success. He was in Indy, got a chance to be a starter. Started the season out looking good. Was playing about as good as any quarterback in the league. Hurt his knee, came back a few weeks later, never looked the same. And then the Colts moved on, went to Phillip Rivers last year, then brought in Carson Wentz this year. Brissett signed with Miami. Was going to be the backup to Tua, but now he's going to start this week. So I hope he does good, because I think he has potential. But where I don't think Brissett's a starting quarterback. I think Brissett's a great backup. And what I mean by that, he's a great leader. He's great he's great to have in the quarterback room. But I think he's just below that level of being an NFL everyday starter. He's a guy that's going to keep the team motivated, going to keep the quarterback room motivated. He's a great leader, but he's a guy that can step in and fill in and be successful in a short stint. But I don't think he's a starter. But I think he's a great backup because of all of his qualities. He's a great leader. He's a great communicator. I think most organizations would love to have a Jacoby Brissett as a backup guy. I just don't think most organizations would love to have a Jacoby Brissett as their main starter. But I think the Dolphins aren't sold on Tua. I don't think the Bears are sold on Fields. Tua we've seen in games, so I kind of understand why the Dolphins aren't sold on Tua. But Fields is the one I don't understand. There has to be something going on at practice, or something mental, or something where Nagy's still getting up there and saying Dalton is a starter when healthy. Don't make a whole lot of sense at all. But all right, we're going to take a short break, then we're going to come back. We'll jump into some of the NFL games this weekend. Maybe talk some college football as well. Well, thank everybody for joining. Appreciate everybody watching. We appreciate all the support we've been getting. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Hold up, I hope y'all watching this shit. He's getting another one. Chris's back is messed up. I was so close on that, bro. Oh my god. Bro, he just got lit up. I didn't go down there. I ain't going down there, bro.
I just haven't bought into all the Jake Paul hype yet. I think he's a good boxer. Do I think he's a high level and could compete with like professional boxers? No. Has he fought a pure striker or a pure boxer to where he could prove that he can box with at a pro level? Not yet. Tyron Woodley's going to be the best striker he's fought. Tyron Woodley ain't a boxer, but Tyron Woodley's going to be the best pure striker that Woodley's fought so far. He fought an NBA player that was coming in with his head down and not even looking where he was throwing. Then he fought Ben Askren, and I'm a big Ben Askren fan. Ben Askren ain't known for his striking. I don't know why Ben Askren even thought he was going to get there and box. Ben Askren beat people by taking them down, holding them down, and pounding them somewhere they're on the ground. He wasn't known at all for his striking ability on his feet. Yeah, you can't take it away from him. Jake Paul, he's looked good in them fights. I think Woodley's going to be the toughest fight he's had so far, just because I think Woodley's the best striker he's fought. But I'd like to see him fight a boxer. You don't even have to be a top-level boxer yet. Fight a mid-level boxer everybody knows. See how it goes. If it goes good, move up in competition. But I'm not saying jump in against like Floyd Mayweather or somebody like that. Your first time fighting a professional boxer. You don't have to do that, but just fight somebody that's a boxer, not an NBA player, not a wrestler. Now you're fighting an MMA guy that, hey, can strike. I think Woodley's going to knock Paul's head off. I think Woodley is going to have too much power for him. I think Woodley has enough striking that he's going to be able to compete with him. I don't think Jake Paul's going to beat Woodley, but I'm not going to lie. I'm interested in seeing it on it's next Sunday night. Coon Dog's in the house. Just the Coon Dog have another trick up his sleeve like he did earlier.
He always does.
Who is this? Who has the balls? Who has the balls to interrupt the Coon Dog? Can you tell me that, Steve? Who has the balls? Who the hell is this? He don't look like the king. He looks like I think he kind of looks like himself.
Who is this guy?
Why his son's in a tux?
What is going on here? Do I need to go down there and help the Coon Dog out?
I'm thinking so.
I'll go down there and I'll give him a big elbow. He said he's a king, but he don't look like a king to me.
What kind of king is this?
The burger truck.
Wanna be Stone Cold?
That's the burger truck right there.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell is up with the two dudes in the suits.
I know. What's up with the Harry Potter looking dudes?
Oh shit, the lights went off. The lights are out. What's going on? Oh!
What is going on?
Yo, what the hell?
What the hell's going on? We have no light.
Get out of here. Power's out. Power's out. Power's out.
Something is going on.
It looks like the
I'm out of here, man.
I don't like this, dude. You can't see nothing.
We got the sinister minister in here. I'm getting the hell out of here. Chris about to go down there. Let Powers out.
Y'all ain't saying nothing like Maggie. Redefining hip hop, the tracks are still swaggy. Thought I cooled off, thought you had me, but my lines burn.
All right, welcome back to the show, GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room, Friday, September 24th, 2021. We just got done talking about, we was talking a little NFL, talked about Wentz practice today. Looks like he's going to be starting Sunday. McCaffrey to miss a few weeks with a hamstring. Talked about Nagy, or the Bears sold on Justin Fields. I don't think so. We also talked about the Dolphins. Reportedly that the owner really wants Deshaun Watson, and how I don't think that they were sold on to it. Before we jump back into some more NFL stuff, next Sunday, October 3rd, if you're around Muncie, Indiana, or you're close enough that you want to make the trip, DCCW Harvest Havoc 3. Doors open at 4, bell times at 5. You don't want to miss this show if you're a pro wrestling fan. Former WWE superstar Gangrel is going to be in house. He'll be wrestling DCCW champion Sam Knight in a casket match for the belt. Also going to be in house is WWE legend, the Boogeyman. He's going to take on the King Mitch Taylor. And then also, as if them two isn't enough, you're going to have WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi is also going to be in attendance. General admission's $15. I know the front row VIP are sold out. Second row VIP, last I'd heard, there was just limited left. Those are $35. General admission are $15. If you need tickets, you can get tickets at Byrider in Muncie, Greek's Pizza on McGalliard in Muncie, Hollywood Salon on High Street in Muncie. Also, you can get with Coondog Terry Coons. You can get with myself. Get on the Delaware County Championship Wrestling Facebook. Send them a message, and they'll get back with you and get you the tickets that you need. We will also be streaming live from that show. So if for some reason you live too far away, or if you just can't make it up there, you can check the show out right here on this channel on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We'll be live streaming that show next Sunday, October 3rd. So if you're a pro wrestling fan, you definitely don't want to miss that. All right, but let's jump back into some NFL. Another report that came out is OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., is not on the injury report for the Browns for today. So all signs are that Odell Beckham Jr. is going to play on Sunday. It'll be his first game of the season, coming back from that. I think it was the ACL he tore last season. Browns have looked good. Adding another weapon like OBJ is just going to help that offense even be better. Hey, what's up, bro?
I think
it's honest, sir. I'm not sure, still not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but hey, man, we appreciate you hanging with us. But yeah, but OBJ coming back to the Browns, that should help. I think that's going to help the Browns quite a bit on offense, especially with Landry being out right now. Now, when Landry comes back, is that going to affect things? Is Baker going to go into that mode like he has in the past, where he thinks he has to force stuff to OBJ? Hopefully not. But if Baker keeps playing like he's been playing, they get Landry back and OBJ back. Hey, that Browns team could be a serious contender, especially with their defense. They have pretty good defense, especially defensive line. All right, before we switch over to some UFC stuff, let's take a look at some of these games on Sunday in the NFL. You have the Cardinals at the Jags. Cardinals have looked good this year. Defense, they had a J.J. Watt defensive line's been playing well. Chandler Jones been off the charts. He had 5 sacks in the first game of this season. So I think the Cardinals will roll against the Jags. You have the Colts and Titans in a division showdown. Looks like Wentz is going to play for the Colts. How healthy is Wentz? How's that going to affect his mobility? That's what worries me about this game. If Wentz is healthy, I love the Colts at the plus 4.5, and maybe even on the money line at plus 200 with plus money, because the Colts could have won both the games that they lost. They just got So hopefully Wentz is healthy enough and can play. Ravens at the Lions. I don't see the Lions being able to keep up with the Ravens at all. I will give the Lions, or say this about Detroit: they are playing hard for Campbell. I just don't think they're talented enough yet. Goff played pretty decent in the first half last week, and then the second half against the Packers, they imploded. Couldn't hold on to the ball, had a couple turnovers. Oh, yeah. Oh, Chimaev is definitely going to be the new champ. I do. We're big fans of Kazmat Chimaev. We do think he's going to be a champion here real soon. All right, other games you have the Washington football team at the Buffalo Bills. I think Buffalo's going to roll in this game. They're 7-point favorites. I just don't think Washington's defense hasn't been playing in first couple games this season near at the level they were playing last season when they almost beat the Bucs in the playoffs. Last season, their defense, especially their defensive line, was kind of carrying them. This year, the defense has been getting torched so far. And they've already lost Fitzpatrick. You have Heineke starting. I'll be honest with you, if the Washington football team's defense was playing better, I would lean toward them at the +7. But with the way their defense is playing, there's no way I could back them. So I like the Bills in that game. Game that interests me, I think could be a good game, is you have the Saints at the Patriots. Saints looked real good first game of the season, came out and just dominated the Packers, looked real good. Then came out last week and got dominated. The Saints got dominated by the Panthers, which the Panthers defense is looking good. Looked good again last night against the Texans. Patriots have been pretty consistent. Should have won their first game. A fumble cost them that game. They lost by a point against the Dolphins. Then they got the win last week. I lean toward the Patriots here, but this should be a good game. I don't think the Saints are as good as they were played in week 1, but I don't think they're as bad as they played in week 2. I think they're somewhere in the middle. So this should be a good game. Chargers and Chiefs, division game, should be a real good game. Herbert against Mahomes, that's going to be fun to watch. Bears and Browns, but we talked about that a little bit. Justin Fields making his first start for the Bears. Browns are getting OBJ back. Landry is out. So OBJ's coming back at a good time to help that offense maybe fill the void that Landry's going to leave with being out. Bengals at the Steelers. I think this is going to be a good game. Steelers' offense has struggled, and because of that, their defense has been struggling because they're on the field so much and they get tired. TJ Watt's out. Steelers aren't healthy. Don't know how healthy Big Ben is either. He was dealing with the pec issue. Joe Burrow's coming off probably his worst start as a pro. I look for him to bounce back this week. I look for this to be the good game out, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals win this game outright. Falcons, Giants, neither of these teams have looked good so far this season. I still think the Giants have the ability to be a lot better team than what they've showed. Daniel Jones played a heck of a game last week, just couldn't get the win. Dolphins and Raiders. I like the Raiders in this game, especially with Brissett starting for the Dolphins. Jets, Broncos. Broncos have looked good. Two-glove Teddy Bridgewater had played good the first two games of the season. Defense is looking good. I see the Broncos beating the Jets, going off to a 3-0 start. 10.5 is a lot of points, though. Bucks Rams. This right here should be a hell of a game. Tom Brady and the Bucks have looked tough. The Rams have looked pretty good, even though I think they should have got beat last week. Seahawks and Vikings. I think the Seahawks are going to roll against the Vikings. Vikings just haven't looked very good this season. Packers and 49ers. I think this is going to be a good game. I I hate to say it, but I lean toward the 49ers because of their offensive line. Without Green Bay having their Bakatari on the offensive line, I think they're going to struggle to protect Rodgers. They struggled to protect Rodgers last year against the last 2 seasons against the 49ers with Bakatari in. And now with even the offensive line is an offensive line that's not near as good as they were then, I just think Green Bay's going to have some struggles here. I like the 49ers. Eagles and Cowboys. This could go either way. I'm not sure why either team are yet. Cowboys defense has looked a little better. I think the Cowboys are better than they were last year. And I would lean toward the Cowboys in this game. This game would be the Monday night game this week, but it's probably a game I stay away from. I just can't. I don't trust either team enough to back either team, really. All right. Let's talk some UFC 266. Main event of UFC 266 is Volkanovski against Ortega. Volkanovski's he's the champ. He's 22-1. He has 11 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission. He has good striking, strong wrestling. He won his last fight by split decision over Max Holloway. But hey, Ortega's no slouch himself. Ortega's 15-1. He has 3 wins by knockout or TKO, 7 wins by submission. He won his last fight by decision over the Korean Zombie. He's 4-1 in his last 5. He has good jiu-jitsu. My problem, I like Volkanovski in this fight for a couple of reasons. 1, I think he's going to be able to outstrike Ortega on their feet. 2, takedowns. I know that Ortega has good jiu-jitsu, but Ortega's not the guy that does a lot of offensive takedowns. He gets more pull and guard or off a guy's shot trying to get a guillotine, stuff like that. He don't have a whole lot of offensive takedown work or takedown offensively. I think Volkanovski's going to be too much for Ortega. I like Volkanovski in this fight. Should be a good fight. Like I said, it's a championship fight, main event. Co-main event, you have the women's flyweight championship fight. You have Valentina Shevchenko against Lauren Murphy. The champ Shevchenko is 21-3, 5-0 in her last 5. Won last fight by TKO over Jessica Andrade. Shevchenko has 7 wins by knockout, 7 wins by submission. Murphy's 15-4. She's 5-0 in her last 5. She won her last fight by split decision over Calderwood. She has 8 wins by KO, TKO. Shevchenko's in my opinion, on a whole different level than Murphy. I see Shevchenko winning this fight by finish. I say Shevchenko's going to win by KO or TKO. Murphy's went on a good run here. She's been a solid fighter, but the only woman the UFC has that has anything for Shevchenko is Nunes. Nunes has fought her in 2 5-round decisions. And then you have another 5-round fight on this card too. And this fight I'm looking forward to because I've been a big fan of him and his brothers for a long time. You have Nick Diaz against Lawler. This will be Diaz's first fight in 6 years. He's 26-9. He has 13 wins by knockout or TKO. He's going to have a 2-inch reach advantage in this fight against Lawler. He has 8 wins by submission. He's 2-2-1 in his last 5. His last fight was against Anderson Silva, and he lost by decision, but then it got later changed to a no contest. Lawler's 28-15. He's 1-4 in his last 5. He got dominated by Neil Magny in his last fight. He does have 20 wins by knockout. He's been submitted 6 times and been knocked out twice. I like Diaz in this fight. I haven't seen Diaz for 6 years, so I don't know what he's going to look like. But I've seen Lawler, and Lawler isn't the same fighter. I think Diaz is going to be able to outstrike Lawler on his feet. And if they do go to the ground, I think Diaz is going to be able to get some ground and pound off. I like Diaz in this fight. That's the 3 main fights on the main card. Also on the main card, you have the other 2 fights. You have Blades Curtis Blades against Rosenstruck. This is going to be a good heavyweight fight. Blades has good wrestling. Blades has lost to Nagano twice. He lost. He also got beat by Derek Lewis his last fight. That's his 3 losses. Has 10 wins by knockout, 4-1 in his last 5. Rosenstruck is 12-2. He has great power. He won his last fight by knockout. He has 11 wins by knockout. What worries me about Rosenstruck in this fight, I think Blades is going to be able to take him down, and Rosenstruck doesn't have very much of a ground game. So I like Curtis Blades in this fight. And then the first fight on the main card they'll get the show started is Cavillo against Andrade. I think Jessica Andrade is going to win this fight. I think she's just going to be too much for Cavillo. Andrade lost last fight by TKO to Shevchenko. Cavillo lost her last fight to Chukwukagan. Cavillo is 9-2-1. Andrade is 21-9 with 8 knockouts and 7 wins by submission. She is 2-3 in her last 5. Cavillo's 3-1 in her last 5. I just think Andrade is going to be too much on her feet. I think her pressure on the feet is going to be the difference in this fight. There's some good fights on the prelims too. You got Dan Hooker against Hazaprast. Divashili's on this card. And some good prelim fights. Modafari against Santos. But all right, before we get out of here for today, don't forget, we will be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with live watch-along and live reaction to UFC 266, Volkanovski and Ortega. Come join us for that. We'll be live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Also, don't forget, you can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Come join us. We're giving out winners. Also, you can find GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's our sports talk show. Come join us for that. We cover a lot of UFC. If you're a pro wrestling fan, we cover some pro wrestling as well. Excuse me. Check out our social media pages. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. That's where I post all of our picks for Easy Money. I post all of our information and announcements about our show. Any interviews that are coming up, I always post them on social media. Check out our YouTube page. We have a lot of content on there. If you're a pro wrestling fan, we actually broadcasted live from a pro wrestling show here about a month ago, DCCW's Summer Shakedown. You can find that full show on our YouTube page, it's also broke down into matches. We'll also be broadcasting live from pro wrestling show next Sunday, DCCW Harvest Havoc 3. If you can't get there, which I advise get there because it's going to be a hell of a show. If you can't get there, you can watch it live right here with us on this channel at 5 p.m. Sunday, October 3rd. But if you're anywhere around Muncie, Indiana, come check it out. You're going to have WWE legend or former WWE superstar Gangrel, WWE legend, the Boogeyman, WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi will all be in attendance. So make sure you get your tickets. Tickets are $15 for general admission. So make sure you get tickets for that. You don't want to miss this show. It's going to be a big show. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook and Twitch, please hit the like and follow buttons. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, beanies, quite a bit of stuff on there. Have some new merch going to be dropping here real soon. So go check out that page, please. Also, there's a donation page at that same link. If you'd like to donate to the show to make the show or help the show grow, we'd appreciate that as well. You can find that link in the video description, or it's also going across the bottom of the screen in the ticker. That link one more time is streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank everybody for the support. You can also find GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show in podcast form on Anchor or Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Hope everybody has a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Yeah. Don't forget, come join us tomorrow night at 8 for a live watch along of the UFC 266. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Peace.